It's Wesley. So with the white pieces against Yangyi in a blitz battle. We start with a quiet English opening, but don't be fooled. This game is about to explode into a wild, sacrificial endgame. So opens with pawn to c4, and we get a very symmetrical setup. Both players fianchetto their kingside bishops, developing their knights in a mirror image dance, establishing a solid foundation for the fight ahead. The development continues logically. Both sides lock up the center, bring their knights to safe squares, and tuck their kings away by castling kingside. The stage is set, and both armies are ready for action. The first real tension arrives as White's knight lands on the beautiful d5 outpost. Black develops calmly, bringing the queen and rook into the game before landing a pesky pin with bishop to g4, challenging White's control, Wesley. So immediately addresses the pin, pushing his pawn to f3. After Black repositions the bishop, White initiates the first major trade, capturing the knight on e7 with check, and Yangyi finds the perfect response. The knight takes back on e7. This is the only move that keeps Black in the driver's seat. Any other recapture, like with the queen, would have let White push pawn to e4 and seize a clear advantage. Now the center liquidates in a flash, pawns are exchanged on e5, and then Wesley so takes the queen on d7, pulling the most powerful pieces off the board and steering the game towards an endgame. And once again, Black finds the one and only move. The bishop takes the queen on d7. This is crucial. Recapturing with the rook would have been a mistake. By using the bishop, Black keeps the pieces coordinated and the position perfectly balanced. We are officially in the endgame. Rooks slide to open files, knights find active squares, and Black boldly pushes the pawn to e4, challenging White's central control and creating new weaknesses. The maneuvering gets intense. Wesley so activates his king, bringing it towards the center of the board. Meanwhile, Yangyi begins a fascinating knight journey, rerouting it all the way to the king's side to stir up trouble. Black's knight infiltrates deep into White's territory. After being kicked back by the h-pawn, it finds a monstrous square, landing on f3. This knight is a thorn in White's side, and the pressure is mounting. Right here, with Black's knight dominating from f3, White needs to be precise, but a slight misstep gives Black a golden opportunity. The best defense was to challenge the center. The knight hops into d5, Black's bishop would take the one on a1, the rook recaptures, and after bishop takes the knight on d5, the pawn takes back, keeping the game level. But in the game, Wesley so plays bishop to b2, and this allows Black to seize a clear advantage. And what a response from Yangyi, rook to e8. This is a brilliant sacrifice, giving up the rook to clear the way for the h-pawn to become a deadly attacker. This is how you punish an inaccuracy. White has to accept the sacrifice, and the rooks are exchanged on d8. Black's recapture is once again the only move, keeping the attacking flames burning bright. But Wesley so is not going down without a fight. He uncorks a brilliant move of his own, rook to d1. A stunning counter-sacrifice. The idea is to force an exchange of the last pair of rooks, completely neutralizing Black's attack. The rooks come off the board, and we are left in a pure minor piece endgame. Black still has that fantastic knight on f3, holding a slight edge as both sides begin maneuvering for the final phase. White's position is tricky to defend, and another inaccuracy gives Black another big chance. The best plan was to activate the king. King to f2 was the move. After Black's king moves to e6, White could eliminate the monster knight on f3, pawn recaptures with check, and after the king moves, White is holding. Instead of that, the knight jumps out to a4, which allows Black to ramp up the pressure once again. Black simply improves the position, bringing the bishop to e7, preparing to coordinate with the powerful knight. This is the critical moment, and White misses the last best chance to secure the draw. The key was to deal with Black's best piece. The best move was bishop takes the knight on f3. After pawn recaptures with check, the king steps to f2. And though Black can push the h-pawn, White's bishop on e1 holds everything together. But back in the real game, White plays bishop to b2, and this should have been the decisive mistake. But finding the win is never easy. Black brings the king up to e6, but can't seem to find a concrete breakthrough. White shuffles the knight between c3 and d1, and Black's bishop dances back and forth. And Black's bishop returns once more to e7. And after White's knight returns to c3, and Black's bishop moves again, the players have repeated the position 3 times, and that's a draw. What a fight. After a whirlwind of tactics, brilliant sacrifices, and missed opportunities from both sides, neither player could land the final blow. The game ends in a hard-fought draw by repetition.